Welcome back, guys and girls, to OneStopTutorials.com. It's Alibaba here again. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at these two tools up here, the selection tools and the sub-selection tools. Okay, we've gone over the sub-selection tool a bit. I just want to show you what the possibilities are with these two tools, and plus it's going to lead into the next tutorial, which is going to get us into strokes. I want to explain a bit more about strokes and how you can manipulate strokes and add more strokes. What I'm going to do is grab the shape tool, because we all know how to use that by now, and I'm going to have green and blue. That's fine. I'm just going to draw a big square, okay, just so you can see. So what we have here is we have the fill, which is the blue color, and we have the stroke, which is the green color. Now with the selection tool selected, which is V on the shortcut is V on your keyboard, okay, at the moment what we've been using it for is selecting the whole image and hitting delete. I'm going to hold down Control or Command and hit the letter Z. That will bring it back, okay? But this tool actually does more when it comes to strokes and selecting certain stuff. Let me show you what you can do. At the moment, if you were to select the line, you'll notice that the cursor has sort of like a little wiggly line under it. Well, what that means is I can hold down my left mouse button and I can drag up, and I can actually change the shape, okay? I can do that on the side. I can even bring it in. I can change it to what I want just by having that cursor change. I'm going to do a Control or Command Z a few times. That'll just bring the shape back. Another thing that you can do is you're not limited to have this stroke all the way around your fill. What you can do is if you click once on the stroke, you'll notice you get these little black dotted lines. And what that means now is I can actually delete that stroke line there. Okay, you'll notice it's not there. Control Command Z, bring that back. I can do that just by clicking once to any single one of these lines. Now if I was to double left click on these green line, what that would mean is I've selected the whole of the stroke. Okay, so the whole of the stroke is selected, and that now means I can delete that. Control or Command Z to bring that back again. That doesn't just mean that I can do it to the strokes. What I can do it to is I can do it to the fill. If I left click once inside of the fill, I can actually delete the fill out. Okay, I'm going to bring it back again. If I double left click in the middle, you'll notice I now have the fill and the stroke selected, which will allow me to delete both. Okay, so this by clicking once you can select individual strokes, clicking once you can select individual fills. What you can also do is, let's say you didn't want to delete the whole square, you just want to delete this corner up here. Well, you can left click, drag, choose the area that you want, let go, and that will select just that area. Now means I can actually just delete that selection. I don't have to take the whole thing. Another thing that you can start to do with this is that I could double click on the stroke, delete the stroke, and now I still have the same option as I had before, where I can just drag the fill up. I'm not limited to just moving the stroke like we did before. I can bring the fill up and move that as well. Control Command Z that a few times, bring back the stroke. So you can start to see this selection tool is very powerful. You can select the whole things, you can select half the things, you can select individual stroke lines, you can select individual fill areas. Okay, so you're not limited on what you can do. The sub selection is anytime we click on the line, you'll notice that we got the vertex. We've used this before, and this will allow us to drag down, drag up. Okay, we can add more anchor points and things like that. Another thing I wanted to show you with the selection tool is that I showed you how to do it. If you hover your mouse over the line and left click and drag, that moves the whole line out. But you can also do that on corners. If you notice, when you hover your mouse over a corner, the cursor turns to this sort of different icon now. And what that means now is I can actually lift up corners or lift down corners or lift in corners and bring them in. And you'll notice that the fill keeps to the stroke and just fills it in to where we left off. Okay, you can grab the lines and make a hover, or you can grab points and bring them down. Very, very handy indeed. In the next tutorial, we're going to come in and we're going to look a bit more on how we can actually modify strokes themselves and have a bit more power over them, manipulate them, and actually add more strokes. Take it easy, guys and girls. Hope you're enjoying the course. We're going to be working our way through the tools, and then we're going to start getting into some tweening and start having some fun with the timelines and stuff like that. Take it easy, everyone. Catch you at the next one-stop tutorial.